Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Bye. You get your goddamn
He can't afford the first date.
97, 90.
Because the food's not that much. The drinks. And you got plus service charge. So this is how much it comes up.
Do you mind? Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm
Mind too much.
Yeah, it's quite expensive.
You saw the menu, innit?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford it. Is there a possibility that, I mean, she can go and I'll wash the dishes at the back?
I have to ask my manager for it. I'm not sure about it.
Because I can pay for some of it on my card, but I don't know if I can pay for the rest.
Then maybe you can do it cleaning after.
Yeah, I don't.
Or what?
Yeah, I don't
Wash
mind.
dishes?
Yeah, wash the dishes. I think that'll make sense because, yeah, I don't think I can afford this.
Okay, let me just speak with my manager quickly.
Okay, cool.
And
Let me
then
know.
maybe we can do that.
Yeah, let me know what he says. Alright, then cool.
Straight men, when you match with a girl on a dating app and you just talk to her day and night and never ask her out, like what's the end game here? Like what are you hoping to attain? Is it validation? Is it just someone to keep you company? Because I'm just so sick of acquiring all these pen pals. It's like, ask me out or not. I'm not getting any younger here.
Let me just let y'all know. If you're on a dating app, you're already in a group of women who are desperately looking for men. You're already in that group. That's what you're categorized as. When a man sees you on a dating app, you're already categorized. And when they're scrolling through all the pictures and y'all look exactly the same, lash, wig, and booty, you just get lumped into a category. Okay, she got the caterpillar lashes, the BBL, and she got the baby hair wig. Okay, that's Friday night. Okay, she got long lashes, red long nails. Her wig is nice. She ain't doing too much swoopity swap. She could be Thursday. Okay, let me see. Next, okay, this is blonde hair. That might be her real hair. We don't know. She looks okay. She's Wednesday. Depending on how you look, is what night you get took out on and where you get took. The more conservative you look, the earlier during the week you get a date. The less conservative you look, the later in the evening and the later in the week you get the date. Get off the dating app.
I once dated a guy that was so broke that one night I didn't bring my birth control to his house, and I mean, obviously we were gonna still. And I was like, hey, like, we should maybe get like a plan B because, I don't know, I didn't take my birth control tonight. And he was like, I could just punch you if you need me to. And like, as if I was like already pregnant and he was like gonna kill the baby. Like, first of all, that's so far from how it works. And second of all, was that just like you wanted to punch me and so you were just trying to find an excuse to punch me? Because I'm really confused. And then I stayed with him for like 8 more months, so my fault.
I just blocked this man in my DMs because there's no way on Allah's green earth he could think I want to speak to him again. He asked me to go on a date with him a couple years ago. Until this day, he is the cheapest man I have ever met in my life. I text him when I'm ready to let him know I'm about to get on the train. He like, nah, I'm about to cash app you the money for the cab. And I'm assuming that's all the money he had because it was downhill from there. We was mad early for the movie, so we decided to eat at Applebee's. Mind you, this was his suggestion. Soon as we sat down, he was adamant on me ordering an appetizer and a fountain drink because the fountain drinks had free refills. Mind you, at this time, Applebee's had a 2 for $25. Then when the check came, he like, oh, can you do the tip? I'm like, all right, not really thinking about it. Then realizing that he paid for it with a buy one, get one free appetizer coupon. And this is after he pulled a bottle out of his coat at the table asking me if I wanted a drink. So boom, we pull up to the movie theater, almost late getting to the movie because he's arguing with the people about using his free movie passes. I get up to use the bathroom during the movie thinking it's my time to finally escape. Why this man walks me to the bathroom? But wait, it got worse. This man made us wait till the credits ended and the lights came on so he could walk around the movie theater to see if anybody dropped something like a wallet or money.
I didn't even want to fucking talk about this on here, but I'm going to. I met a guy on a dating app and we've been talking for about like 10 days. Never actually met in person. Typically, I don't like being fucking pen pals with people on dating apps, but the only reason why I decided that I was going to do that with him was because he was going on a work trip. He was basically saying like a wait for me kind of situation. So he went on this work trip and was just texting me the whole time. He was being really cute and like really good at communication. Like I remember one time he didn't text me for like a few hours, which is completely fine with me, especially when I have never met you before. I literally don't know you. He apologized and was like, sorry, I've been MIA. I'm just like working and all this. I'm like, oh no, you're fine. But like, I actually do appreciate the communication. Like, thank you. So I was basically just like waiting for him to decide like when he was gonna ask me out, like make a plan. Really need a man that's gonna fucking lead in the beginning. Simply just make plans and ask me out on a fucking date. So this guy kept like hinting at a date, on our date. So I'm just like, haha, well, when the fuck is that? So I decided to swallow my fucking pride and I was like, oh, when are you free? Fuck do I look like a fucking girl like hitting you up talking about when are you free? I was so fucking mad, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this fucking slide. He says, oh, I'm very free this whole week. Like, he was giving me his full fucking schedule, like completely fucking free. I'm not really that free, but I am definitely free Friday and Sunday. Now, Friday was yesterday, Valentine's Day. He was like, honestly, Friday seems best because it seems to have the best weather. We're both just like ignoring the elephant in the room like it's not fucking Valentine's Day. Now it's Friday morning and I'm like, yay, I have my date today, gonna look cute. I have a cute little Valentine's Day date. Even if I don't fucking like him, at least I went on a date. It's like 3 o'clock at this point and I still haven't heard from him. And I'm like, this is a huge fucking red flag. Like, I do not like this shit at all. Hours are going by. Now it's 5, 6 o'clock. I still haven't heard from this man. I'm just like, what the fuck? To be flaked on Valentine's Day is not how I wanted to spend my fucking day. Like, I'm still fucking flabbergasted. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning right now and I'm still fucking mad about last night. I have a feeling that this man was waiting for me to hit him up because he did seem super interested. He was just giving like pussy ass bitch and he was scared of rejection. Just wondering why these men are just like fucking wanting to be princesses. I am tired of being the fucking man. You really could have just left me alone. To be flaked on Valentine's Day? Get it the fuck together. I'm so fucking pissed off.
Tell me why guys think it's okay to do this while dating nowadays. I feel like every guy is just very okay with becoming a pen pal. Like, I'm sorry, do you want to send me a telegram? Like, what's going on here? Why are we literally texting for 3 weeks and never meeting up? What's going on? They did that 50 years ago. Totally fine. Totally fine. You know why? Because they also like literally were focusing on one girl and they were actually being chivalrous. So can we cut the whole pen pal thing?
I can always tell when a guy is just looking for a texting buddy or a pen pal on a dating app because they make it so damn obvious, and this is how you know. Only sign you really need to look for is, are they asking you on a date within a week of talking on an app or texting or whatever? And I don't mean that the date has to be scheduled. I get it, your schedules might not align and all that, so it's not even about having the date like on the calendar, but did he attempt to put you on the calendar? Did he attempt to see what your schedule is? Did he truly try to make some shit happen, even if it's to plan a date like 2 weeks from now because you're both busy? If he's talking to you for a week and he's not even trying to meet you, I'm sorry, he's probably just looking for a pen pal. And why do guys look for pen pals? Because ego. Women do the same thing. Some people just want an ego boost. Like, oh, this cute person wants to talk to me. They're interested in me, but I don't have the energy to put effort. I'm a dating and mindset coach. Let me help you. Go to link in my bio to download my course.
So there are guys who go on dating apps and basically convince women to sign up for sports betting for them. And let me tell you how I know. I was on Bumble and this guy and I matched. We were chit-chatting for a little bit. We ended up exchanging numbers and then he asked like, oh, let's get on the phone and talk a little bit. So we're talking. I'm asking like, what does he do? He tells me he does the sports betting for a living and that's how he funds his life. And I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't pay much mind to it. Whatever. I didn't really care. So then later in the conversation, he asked me, he's like, oh, like, have you ever sports betted before? And I'm like, no. He's like, you've never applied for any of the apps? I'm like, no, it's not my interest or whatever. So then he goes like, oh, you don't know what you're missing. You're sitting on a gold mine. And I'm like, what do you mean by that or whatever? So he goes into great detail, like how this is like his livelihood and he's been able to buy X, Y, and Z with this, things of that nature. And he's helped other people. Like other people have signed up or they put in the bets for him or he has access to their account. And he does the best for other people and things of that nature. The only caveat is that you have to give him 50% of your earnings. I said 50%. 50%. But you know what? Whatever. So I'm just hearing him out. He's sending me screenshots of like all the things that the besties won, like upwards of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or whatever. And then these people supposedly gave him that 50%. I don't know. So then he asked me like, oh, would I feel comfortable doing this? And I'm like, I mean, I do want extra cash and like, you know, it would be nice. And then he also told me that when you sign up for like FanDuel or sports, whatever, they give you like a cash to start off with. If you like put $5 or whatever, like they double it or match it. I don't know. I don't know, whatever. A free $50, something like that. Anyway, so he's like, it would be like little to no risk for you. And he knows what he's doing and things of that nature. So then I called my brother. Thank God I have a brother. Thank God for male influence in my life. He was very upset. My brother was like, this guy's taking advantage of women. This is crazy. Things. Personally, me, the most off-putting part of the story is that he would actually actively show romantic interest. He'd be like, you're so beautiful. Good morning text every morning. How are you? Showing like deep interest in my life, expressing his love languages and things of that nature. I tried to hold him to the fire because one time I wanted to go to farmer's market and he was like, oh, you're in a farmer's market. That's pretty cool. I'm like, oh, do you want to come or whatever? Mind you, I haven't met this man. And I'm like, let's meet in a farmer's market. He's like, oh, if I come, will you sign up for sports betting? Bro, get out of my face.
Wait, because since we're all telling Hinge horror stories, let me tell you one of mine. So this was like 3 years ago. So I think one of my friends had told me about Hinge, so I downloaded to see what was up. And before I even say anything in the story, I already know Ted Bundy would have had a field day with me. Everything I did was dangerous. Don't try nothing I did at home. So pretty much I'm, scrolling through Hinge, swiping out. But this one guy I seen before in person. I think he tried to talk to me in the street or something like that. I remember he was a skateboarder. And I remember like he had tattoos, but like of anime characters. I don't even know what my type was back then because now that I'm thinking about now, like he's dead not my type. So he tried to talk to me. I was like, oh, cool. Look, I found him on Hinge. It would be cute if we match and then actually see what's up. Because, I didn't give him my number. I said, if we meet again, we meet again. So I matched him on Hinge. We start talking, do. After like 3 days, he's like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm laying home, watching TV. He's like, oh, you should come over. Let's watch TV together. I'm like, shit, fuck it. Why not? Don't do what I do. So my first red flag was I got my own Uber there. Like I shouldn't have got my own Uber there. I got my own Uber there and it was already after hours. It was like 10 p.m. And no, like in my head, I was not thinking like, oh, I'm about to go to this man to go sleep with him. I was just thinking we was really going to watch a movie, but peep game lock in. So I end up getting in an Uber and I get there. And once I get to his like neighborhood, I'm in the Bronx and I realize like it's a little ghetto over here. So I text them like as I'm getting deep into the hood. I'm like, yo, I hope you downstairs waiting for me because like it's a little ghetto over here. And I was clutching my pearls like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I don't know. Like, you ever feel like you too pretty for a certain neighborhood? Like, that's me. Like, no tea, no shade. But I felt like I was too pretty to be in that neighborhood. So he was like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, it just be the guys outside for real. Like, I know them. I grew up in this neighborhood. I don't give a fuck. I didn't grow up in the neighborhood. So I told him to come get me. Red flag number 2. He did not come get me. Well, he did, but he didn't. So I was waiting outside for like 5 minutes. I should have just took my Uber back home, but I did not. He finally brought me upstairs, right? My third red flag, all the lights in the house was off. All of them. And he also lived with his mother. But the lights being off is always a red flag to me when I'm first going to somebody's house because I feel like, in my head, I feel like you got roaches and that's why your lights is off. Because he didn't even want to turn on the lights for me to like actually walk to his room. Like, and I'm here like stepping over bare equipment just to get to his room. Like his living room gave like hoarder. So I finally get to his room and he has like a gaming chair and I sit in a gaming chair. I do my little spin around because I'm trying to get the full 360 of what it actually looked like. All in the room is just LED lights. And I'm like, you don't got no light in your room. Like, you only use LED lights. He was like, yeah, I never really turn on the light. I just be using the LED lights. That's another red flag for me because LED lights be hiding the real dirt and scrum that be on your walls. If you ever go to a guy room and you walk in and he got LED lights, just flick the light on for a real second. You're going to see all the fucking cum stains on their bed sheets. I promise you. Thank me later. So as I'm doing my little swivel around on the chair and I'm swirling around, I see a bucket of substances by the bed. So I did a little jokey joke and I'm like, LMFAO, like, what's that in the bucket? Is that pee? He said, yeah, my fault. I forgot to throw it out. What? He was like, yeah, like I take these medications and like I be having to use the bathroom all the time. So I just put the bucket by my bed so I can use the bathroom in the bucket so I don't have to go to the bathroom all the time. Boy, you live in an apartment building in the Bronx. You mean the bathroom that's down the hole that you don't want to go to so you pee in a bucket in your room? That's fucking disgusting. And you didn't even throw it away before I got here? Like, no, bro. I'm like, are you dead ass? He was like, yeah. He was like, I didn't even think you would have got, like, guess what it was? I was like, I didn't think so either. I thought your fucking ceiling was leaking and you had a fucking bucket. So instantly, I'm fucking grossed out. All the strikes are just building up at this point. So I'm like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. Like, can I use the bathroom? And he like, yeah, sure, I got you. So, you know, we go back through the living room, through the jungle. I'm walking over shit and trying to dodge shit to get to his bathroom. Finally get in his bathroom. The door has no doorknob. I'm like, how am I supposed to close the door? Like, if I close the door and I look through the hole, I can see you. Where's my privacy? He was like, yeah, we were supposed to get that fixed, but they ain't come fix that. Don't worry, you could just put something in it. So he takes like a thing of newspaper and he puts it in the doorknob. So I was like, okay. So I'm not sitting on the toilet. You know, as a girl, I'm going to squat, right? Before I even think, I look and I'm like, oh shit, there's no toilet paper. He was like, oh yeah, shit, I forgot to go get some of that. He's like, give me 1 second. He left and he hands me paper towel. Paper towel to wipe my coochie. And it wasn't even Bounty. It was some hard ass, rough ass paper towel. You live in the Bronx. They have 86-cent toilet paper. The little Marco brand. Yeah, like why didn't you even get one of those? Fair to say, like, after I used the bathroom, I made him get me an Uber back home. And I never spoke to that man again. Yeah. I don't even know what I was doing in his house. But if y'all want to hear another one of my dates, yeah. My little date stories, I got y'all.
I am in full disbelief that this just happened to me. I need everybody to listen and tell me if I'm crazy or if dating is like this with everybody. And like, are men okay? Because I really don't think they are. I met this man on a dating app. We went out one time and had such a good date. He did not follow up with like a second date, but to be fair, on the date we talked about like being kind of casual. We didn't want to get into anything serious very quickly, but like he didn't really follow up very well. And I had like a lot of free time that I like wanted to fill with doing stuff. So I had asked him like to hang out. Could not get this man on like a second date for the life of me. He was super busy, totally fair, just moved, just got a new job, like had friends in town, like all this stuff. So I'm giving him a free pass. I'm like, that's totally fine. I'm going out of town for like almost 2 weeks. So I'm like, I just like wanted to do something before I was gone forever, but all good, whatever, it is what it is. And then he texted me tonight. It's a Sunday night. And I was like, okay, period. He was like, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, well, I actually just got home from drinks with a friend, but I'm not doing anything. Like, and I'm like, it's Sunday night, but I'm down to do something. And he was like, oh, funny, I just got home from drinks with a friend too, like, and I responded, oh, so, like, another drink? And he was like, yeah, like, what are you thinking? And I was like, well, I know that these two places could be good or whatever, or we could go, like, get a bottle of wine, go to the beach, or, like, we could just go to someone's house. And he's like, I do have beer and wine, like, so, like, yeah, we could just go to someone's house. And I was like, well, I'm happy to come over. And then he doesn't respond. And this is not the crazy part. He's just, like, not responding. And I'm like, well, he's going to respond, I'm assuming. But, like, it's taking him forever. And I'm, like, about to call him. Because I'm, like, maybe you thought, like, I would just somehow know how to get to your house. Like, I don't know. And then I'm literally this close to calling him. I need a confirmation. I can't just, like, start moseying over to, like, where he lives. I also don't really know where he lives. He writes me back and says, sorry, I've been having some internal deliberation. I don't know if I just laid down and I don't know if I have enough energy. You asked me to hang out, to come over. Like, I understand, okay, set your boundaries, babe. Like, do what you need to do, but don't ask me to hang out if you don't have energy for it. And then all I could muster up was, oh my God. All I could say back was, oh my God. And he was like, haha, I'm so sorry. Just relaying the truth. Sometimes you can lie. Sometimes you can take one for the team. Get up and do some jumping jacks. Get some energy, bro. And third of all, know thyself. Know thyself enough to know I might not have enough energy. Maybe I shouldn't ask her to hang out. He instigated. He texted me out of nowhere. We weren't even talking. I like, am I crazy? Is this crazy? Like, am I being too harsh? Because this seems, I mean, yeah, this is, I can't.
Why do men want a pen pal? Welcome to the Daddy Academy. Ladies, I know some of you who do this too, all right? What's the reason? The reason is to have a fan club, right? Wouldn't you want to have a fan club of people who are attracted to you and texting you all day long, making you feel good about yourself? I mean, that's literally the reason. And a lot of men, I know this might be hard to believe, but a lot of men don't get that sort of daily validation that women get. So what guys do, they'll cast out a wide net, right? They'll get a lot of women who are just interested in them, that they are sort of so on, right? Just use the conversations with those people as validation. And you'll know if you're one of these people for a guy if you're not getting that date, okay? Because if a guy's really serious about you, he is going to set up a date and you are going to know that he is pursuing you in a serious way. If you're just a fan club validation girl, maybe you'll see him once every few weeks. You're gonna be talking to him a lot, you know, he'll be shooting you DMs, he'll be liking your story, a little chit chat here and there, but it's not gonna go anywhere. Stay out of the fan club, stay off the roster, and make sure you're only talking to men who are booking that date with you and taking you seriously.
I was talking to this guy on Hinge for like a couple weeks and we had plans to meet up. And I don't have a whole lot of time. So when I make plans to meet up, I'm like, I'm in, right? So if I say I'm coming, I'm coming. So I make plans to meet up. It's a Sunday. We're going to meet for like a lunch, watch football, hang out, whatever. That seems to be my go-to first date. It's a lot of fun. So I am on my way to the place. Games start at 1, right? We're supposed to meet at the bar at 1. And I'm on my way already, and I get a text message. It's like 15 minutes. He's like, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I go to the bar, I order myself a drink, and I'm sitting there a little while, like 10, 15 minutes go by. Now he's about 15 minutes late. No more text messages, no more nothing. So I'm like, that's fine. I order myself an appetizer. I'm sitting there, drinking my drink, eating my appetizer, talking to the bartender, having a good time. About 45 minutes go past at this point, and I have not messaged him again because at this point, I'm assuming he's not showing up, and I don't really care, so I'm just gonna enjoy myself, then I'm gonna leave. So at like 45 minutes, I'm talking to the lady and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get going. Can I have my check? She's like, yep. So I take my check. And so now it's been about an hour by the time I pay. I get in my car, still have not heard another thing since the guy texted me and said I was going to be a little late. It's an hour later. So I get in my car, I drive home. I'm home. I am home for a good 20 minutes. So we'll say it's about 2:30 at this point. We're supposed to meet at 1. He texts me, where are you? So I responded back, oh, hey, I went home. I assumed after an hour and you didn't show up and didn't text me that you weren't showing up. And he's like, I'm here now. What do you mean you're home? Like, instantly aggressive. This is our first time meeting. We haven't, like, been dating. This is our first time meeting. Instantly aggressive. What do you mean you went home? Sir, you didn't show up for an hour. My time is important to me. I told you I'd be there at 1. You said you'd be a little late. An hour and a half later, you text me, ask me where I am. So I was like, no, I went home. We can reschedule if you want. And he's like, I'm here right now. Come back. And I was like, no, we can reschedule. He said, come back right the fuck now or we're not seeing each other again. Well, I don't know. What about that sentence makes you think I ever want to see you again? And again, here I am, not just instantly blocking these fucking people. And so I respond, excuse me? And he said, you heard what I said. Get the fuck back here. I'm a catch, blah, blah. He goes into this whole thing. And I'm like, you're a catch, are you? So I admittedly argue back and forth with him for a couple minutes. And then I just block him and I move on. Like 2 weeks later, I see him on one of those, are we dating the same guy thing? And the girl was like, any tea? And every comment underneath it, I didn't comment, I didn't say anything, but all of the tea was, he was super mean. He didn't care about anybody. He was out super aggressive, scary. And I was like, think I dodged a bullet. Good thing you were an hour and a half late for our first date.
Part 2 of my dating app horror story. You should stay on dating apps. So listen, after he was choking me and was like, I'm not gonna end you, I said, you need to chill. I was like, you need to drink some water. Like, I'm gonna open the door for you. Like, what do you need? But before that, oh my God, before that, we were laying down and this man faked a seizure. Why are you faking a seizure? I'm scared as hell. I'm like, should I call 911? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? He was like he was, bro. Soon as he like finally got off of me and let go from choking me, I was like in my head, like, soon as this man goes in the bathroom, get the heck out. I was like, maybe you should take a shower, like, you know, cool off, like get the high off you, the drunk off you, all that. He came towards me again, had me up against the wall. And when I tell you I wanted to cry so bad, I was like, what? This reminded me of the abuse that I went through as a child from my father. So I was just like, put me in the bad space. A couple of videos down, I have like a little explanation of what happened when I was a kid. But anyway, he walked in the bathroom. When I tell you I had my jacket on, I'm like, babe, I'm a little cold. Like, let's put my jacket on. I put my purse by the door. I had my shoes ready. Yo, he walked in that bathroom. I was out. I slowly grabbed my keys, and I had slides on. I had my slides on. Opened the door as slow as I can and ran. Ran down the dang stairs. Ran down the street, y'all. My car was parked directly across the street from his house, but I ran down the street. I called my friend at the time, and I was like, oh my God, like, she wasn't even going to answer the phone. She said she wasn't going to answer the phone. She was about to go to sleep. Luckily she did. I called her. I was out of breath. She was like, are you running? She was like, where are you? I was like, at his house. She was like, what happened? I run into the 7-Eleven. So his house is here. My car is across the street. 7-Eleven is like over here. I don't know what exactly I said to the people that work there, but I said, can someone go get my car for me? And as I'm in the store, he's calling he's blowing my phone up. I'm not answering, but he's blowing it up. I said, do y'all know who this is? They were looking at my phone. They said, I know exactly who this is. I said, oh my gosh. I wasn't even thinking in my head like these ladies could steal my car. I was just like, can y'all go get my car? I'm not walking back over there. So the girl grabbed my keys, went to go get my car, and I was hiding like outside by the bush on the side of the store. And his car is red. A red car pulled up. When I tell you I almost shit my pants, literally, I was hiding because the car came real fast. The car came, I want to make a part 3, you guys. The car came really, really fast. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was on the side of me. And it was like in my view, like I could see, they could see me. I was like, please do not let this be him. Y'all, it was some Asians. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. The lady comes and she has my car. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. So I grab it from her. She gives me a hug. She was like, get home safe. I was like, okay. I get in my car. This was the first time that I started shaking. Like I was shaking so bad. Like I was on the phone with my friend. I started crying. I was like, I didn't think he was like this. This is crazy. Like what, he could have killed me. Went to her house, started crying at her house. We were talking about it and I blocked him. She was like, you could stay here. I'm like, nah, I want to go home. And I tell you, I was paranoid the whole ride home. But after that, I blocked him and